In this demonstration, we're going to show you how to configure Unified Communication Manager to register a second 9971 phone. But this time, we're going to use Quick User Phone Add. This is a one-step, well, maybe 2 or 3-step process that allows us to create a user, a phone, and a number all at once in one place. It's extremely convenient, it's simple, and it's something that I use all the time. So in this demonstration, we're going to show you how to hopefully simplify creating users' phones and numbers. To set up Quick User Phone Add, we're going to go to User Management, User Phone Add, Quick User Phone Add. We're going to choose to add new. We can use this feature to add users' phones and numbers, or we can work with existing users' phones and numbers, and any combination thereof. So it's a really interesting tool that allows us to create and work with existing. We're going to create a user, so we're going to use the name Joe, last name, Doe. I know, not very creative. And we'll give it the display name Joe, the user ID, Joe. For the feature group template, we're going to use the default. We're going to make all of this as simple as possible. But there are some more advanced features that tie into this, so you may find yourself using this feature to perform all kinds of different functions. We're going to drop down and choose to add our user to a group, even though we don't have to, but we can. We'll just put them in the standard group. We could set their username and PIN, or we could choose not to at this time, so that's what we're going to do. Under Action for the extension, we want to create a new extension, so we're going to click the plus, click New, and we're going to give this phone a number of 3001. We do have to provide a line template. We're going to use the default sample line template. That's another one of those features that can be customized, so that when you add the user and you add the number, that number can be customized with caller ID, alerting names, descriptions, voicemail policy settings, all kinds of stuff. But we're going to use the default, and that's it. We don't need to configure anything else. We've created a user, we've created a number, we'll click Save. We get a pop-up that says Success, Save was successful. So we've made our user, we've made our number, and they're associated with one another, and that's the key. If we didn't use this feature, we'd have to make those objects separately. Add the user, add the number, add the user to the number, go to the user, add the number to the user. But with this feature, we just do it once, and they're all associated. Let's scroll up to the top, and we're going to choose Manage Devices, and now we can add our phone. And we can do that pretty easily. We're just going to choose Add New Phone, and that's it. We just need to fill out a few boxes, the product type. We're going to scroll down and find the Cisco 9971. For the device protocol, we're going to use SIP because that's our only option for this phone. But some Cisco phones can use SIP or they can use SCCP, which for some reason has a nickname Skinny. I'm not sure why, but some phones can use SIP or Skinny. We're going to keep it at SIP because that's all we've got. And then under the device name, we're going to give it the MAC address. And then the universal device template, we're not going to choose auto registration. That applies a URL we simply haven't configured. It assumes that you're going to be using something called self-provisioning. And since we haven't turned that on, if you deploy that template, it'll be a mess. It's not going to work. Your phone will get a blank screen when it comes up. And then you have to go into the phone, remove the URL. We can avoid all of that by using the other universal device template, the one that I selected, the sample device template. That's it. We just click Add Phone. We've created the user, we've created the phone, we've created the phone number, and they're all associated with one another. Let's go take a look. We'll select End User, Find, and we can see that we've created Joe. We can select him and see that there are some settings that we configured. His last name, Doe. If we scroll down a little bit further, we'll see the device that's associated to his username. That's 9971 that we added. If we scroll down a little bit further, we should see the primary extension, and we do, 3001. That's his extension. And if we go down all the way to the bottom, we'll see the group that we added him into, the standard CUCM end users group. So all of that was done while we created the user and the number. Let's go take a look at the number under Call Routing, Directory Number, Find, and we can see there's the directory number. It belongs to Joe. It has his name as the description. We'll select it, and we can see that the alerting name is Joe Doe and the associated device. The number is associated to the device. The user is associated to the device. The devices and the numbers are associated to one another, and that's why that feature is so useful. It allows us to make these objects quickly, and they're all associated to one another. Now let's go to Device Phone and examine our 9971 phone, make sure it's registered, and then we'll be able to test sending and receiving calls.